Feel like I'm looking a little bit leaner. Good morning. Hello. How are you guys? So I'm so hyped up on coffee right now because I went to one of my favorite coffee shops this morning called Figure 8 in Austin. They are a roastery. They have delicious coffee. I just got a drip, but it was a 16-ounce drip, and then I got a refill because I was like, that was delicious. I want another. And now I'm like super hyped up. So a little bit too much coffee, so it's time for some food. It is, well, first of all, welcome back to my channel. What I'm filming today is gonna be a what I eat in a day while on a little bit of a weight loss phase, weight loss journey-ish, little bit. Me and Jordan have been trying to just lean out a little bit. We're doing a very slight deficit because we wanna preserve muscle, we wanna preserve feeling good, we wanna preserve hormone function, we want to not be crazy hungry all the time, want to be able to get as many nutrients in while also being in a little bit of a deficit. And yeah, we just don't really care to do it as fast as possible because we're doing it, want to lean out, and we don't want to just like constantly yo-yo up and down. So anyway, been in around a 200 to 250 calorie deficit day to day, and that's working well for me. I am going to be including calories and macros throughout this entire video, so if that's something that you don't like seeing, I recommend not watching the video. I used to feel like that as well, but now I'm able to look at it from just a point of view of data, and it's been super helpful because realistically, if you do want to cut weight, you do have to be in a caloric deficit no matter how you achieve that. For me, tracking this time has been really helpful. And if any of you guys are wondering, I am using Macro Factor. Obviously not sponsored, my channel is very small, so they're not sponsoring me, but Macro Factor is actually, I believe, developed by, or co-developed by Jeff Nippard here on YouTube, who I love, really admire him, very science-based when it comes to nutrition and exercise, so it's super cool. It basically has like an AI nutrition coach that takes like your weight measurements and how much you're eating every day and like figures out what your maintenance calories are and like therefore how much you need to eat to like lose however much, whatever rate of weight loss you set. I set 0.5 pounds per week, so about a 250 calorie deficit. But yeah, I wanted to show you guys what I've been eating so you can see realistically how I am eating a high protein, mostly whole foods, delicious diet. And tonight is actually date night, so we're gonna be eating out for dinner, and I'm gonna be kind of showing you what I get to eat a little bit leaner, try and still be in a deficit while also eating out. So it's breakfast time. I went to the gym this morning after coffee and I did an incline walk and some sauna. Incline walk to get some cardio in. I've really been aiming to get at least 10,000 steps every day, and then the sauna just because it feels good because it's the winter. So, but it is time for breakfast. It is currently 12:30, which I don't eat breakfast at 12:30 every day. I'm not purposefully intermittent fasting or anything like that. Just some days if I'm doing stuff in the morning, I didn't wake up until 8:30 today and then drove to get coffee. Actually ran into a friend there, so we talked for a while. Then I still had to go to the gym. Now I'm back. Breakfast is just later. Some days I eat it a little earlier, some days I eat it a little later. There's no strict rules around that for me because that doesn't do me any services. If it does for you, great. But what I'm eating today for breakfast, actually, I have pre-prepped because I'm freaking hungry. So I just want something right now. So I'll show you what that is. Ta-da! This is why I am thinking past me. So I made myself a protein chia, and this is so nutritious and also delicious. So what's in here is 1 serving of Greek yogurt, which has a lot of probiotics obviously, and 18 grams of protein. 1 serving of PB2, which is a little bit more protein. It has 6 grams protein and deliciousness. 1 serving of this protein powder, which I'll show you. It's just the Whole Foods brand powdered whey isolate protein. This is the vanilla flavor. The ingredients are whey protein isolate, natural flavors, sunflower lecithin, xanthan gum, sea salt, stevia extract, and monk fruit extract. So really clean, great sweeteners, and pretty much like just straight protein. Each serving is 120 calories with 25 grams protein. So huge protein source here. So I have 1 serving of this for protein, obviously, and then also deliciousness because it adds like a creamy vanilla flavor. 1 serving of chia seeds, which are packed full of insoluble fiber, which is super good for your gut and your poops. And obviously some omega-3s in there, healthy fats, and a little bit more protein. And 1 serving of organic blueberries, just frozen blueberries because they're a lot cheaper. And that adds some micronutrients and even more fiber. So this is a like majorly fiber-packed, protein-packed meal. Fills me up, delicious, has zero sugar in it actually, because it's only sweetened with stevia and monk fruit, so it's not gonna start your day on a big like blood sugar spike. Not that I never do that. I literally had lemon loaf for breakfast the other morning and it was delicious. You can still reach your goals and eat delicious things. But what is in this guy nutritionally? Per serving is un momento. So in my protein chia batch, like without the blueberries added, I like made a little recipe on here. It is 457 calories and 56 grams of protein. So damn, like a crazy amount of protein in some chia. And then I added a serving of blueberries, which is 70 calories and 1 gram protein. Mostly just for deliciousness and, like I said, micronutrients and fiber. So total meal comes out to 527 calories, 57 grams of protein, 14 grams of fat, and 43 grams of carbs. Really only the macros I really care about are protein and then obviously caloric intake, because that's what makes you lose weight. Around a 600 calorie meal for me, and what my expenditure is and what I'm trying to eat is a perfect meal. And 57 grams of protein is really high and just a fantastic way to start my day. My protein goals are around 140 grams per day, which may sound like a lot, but I weigh 160, this morning 163 pounds. So that is a appropriate goal for me. It's gonna depend on what your body weight is, what your activity level is, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, gonna eat that. Oh, also this morning I didn't film it, but I had obviously 2 coffees. In those coffees, I did ask for a splash of whole milk. That's a hack I always do at coffee shops when I'm trying to have a little bit of a leaner beverage, just because I like coffee with like splash of cream in it. But when you just ask for a splash of cream, cream is one of those things that's very calorically dense, a little bit hard to know how much you're putting in. So when I ask for a splash of whole milk, it still gives me that like creamy element. But that's a little hack. If you like your coffee with cream when you go out, I always just ask for a splash of whole milk when I'm trying to make it a little lighter instead of a splash of half and half. Tastes pretty similar to me. But yeah, I'm gonna eat this and watch Love is Blind. Been obsessed with that recently. This is honestly really good. Delicious, so good for you. I used to think chia seed pudding was, I mean, the texture never bothered me. I'm not really like a texture gal. It doesn't matter to me as long as it tastes good, but it was not filling to me like at all. It would just never keep me full. But doing it like this, adding so much protein to it, seriously does make it really filling. So good, so high protein, just like a fantastic, really easy way to start the day. This is a batch, I prepped 4 servings of it in a batch. I never prep more than like 3 or 4 servings of anything if I do prep a meal, because after eating something 3 times, I don't want to eat it again, usually. So I rarely prep anything, even for 4 servings, but it's my last serving of this and it's been delicious the whole time. So that tells you something. Also, I know I told you guys that I had my 2 coffees, whatever, with whole milk. I forgot to say how much I tracked that as. I tracked each of them as just a quarter serving, or a quarter cup serving of whole milk, because I was like I said, I think like that was about the amount that the barista poured in. Obviously, I don't know for sure, but whatever, you know, you have to estimate some things. So 2 quarter cups, a half cup of whole milk is 75 calories, 4 grams protein, 4 grams of fat, 6 grams of carbs. And then I also tracked in my water every morning, I put a half a packet of liquid IV sugar-free, which is 10 calories, and then my creatine, which is 20 calories. So total beverages for the morning was 105 calories, and then my meal. So yeah, that's that for now. I'll see you guys next time I eat. All right, I just showered after my meal and brain rotted for a little bit, and now I need to go out and do some errands. So I'm gonna bring some water. This is my 2nd water bottle of this today. It's 32 ounces. No, this is my 3rd actually. I had 1 before the gym, 1 at the gym, and then now I'm having another. I always bring water with me when I go out and do errands, just because you drink more water that way. Also, recently, I'll show you, I have been really liking these True Lemon water flavors. They're really pretty clean. They're just sweetened with, it says cane sugar and stevia, so you would think it has a lot of sugar in it, but each packet only has 1 gram of sugar, so I don't really even get what the point of putting the cane sugar in there is. But yes, it's just that and like natural flavors. So it's the True Lemon brand. So it doesn't have like sucralose or anything like that, which I don't think is bad like once in a while, but like every day, maybe not. So that, water and ice, boom. And then that's what I'm having right now. For the sake of, like I said, telling you guys the calories and macros of everything, it is 10 calories per packet, so really pretty much negligible, and it makes your water taste really good. This one specifically, triple citrus, tastes like the orange Gatorade, so I love it. guys up. I just filmed me making this, but I have my lunch. She is a loaded sandwich. A little serving of cottage cheese, serving and a half of almond flour crackers, 2 clementines, and then a Kirkland grapefruit sparkling water. Sandwiches are actually goated for losing fat. Like, you got a little bit of fat from usually mayo or avocado or something, cheese in my case, carbs from your bread, lots of protein from your lunch meat. This meal came out to 695 calories, 53 grams of protein, 23 grams of fat, and 79 grams of carbs. And you're probably like, 53 grams of protein, how did that even happen? Because this doesn't look like it'd be 53 grams of protein, but from the turkey breast, 20 grams of protein already. From my bread, I get thin sliced Dave's Killer Bread, 6 grams of protein for the 2 slices. My cheese, another 6 grams of protein. My cottage cheese, another 14 grams of protein. And that's pretty much all the protein, but it adds up quick. You just have to be a little bit smart. So like, instead of doing a hummus dip or something like that, I just do some cottage cheese, which I think is delicious. But do what you like. But yeah, so far, that puts me at 1,284 calories, 108 grams of protein already. And I'll show you what I have for dinner and probably my little dessert, but I'm gonna eat this. I'm outside right now because Jordan's inside napping and I didn't want to bother him. And also it's a beautiful day, so yeah. Also, I should note, as you saw, like when I made my lunch, I am weighing my food, just because, or at least when I can, just because it's a lot more accurate. And if you're already going through the trouble of tracking everything, you know, you're already trying to be very accurate. So to me, it's worth it. Do what works for you, but I really like it. I feel like it's not that hard, especially when I'm eating like homemade things, which I eat mostly homemade anyway because girls on a budget. For my crackers, for example, I definitely weigh them out because that's not that many crackers. This is a serving and a half of crackers. Like, you'd be surprised how quickly it goes. But they're worth it. They're crunchy, salty, delicious. So, yeah. Okay, so I just finished my little plate, but I still have both of my cuties. It's already 4 though, and we're gonna be getting dinner at like 6. We're getting pho, so I don't want to be super full or just like, because I went to the gym a little later today, everything's running a little late, but it's date night, so we're gonna get dinner at 6, so I don't want to be overly full, so I'm gonna save these. Maybe I'll have a little clementine snack after I get home from the gym, or home from the movie tonight, but that takes the meal down to 615 calories, 52 grams of protein, so cheers! We're about to leave for dinner, but I'm drinking another one of those packets in my water because I always get really thirsty during movies. We're going to see a movie after, and I wanted something delicious. So, one more True Lemon packet. 10 more calories added on the wagon. Which one are you getting? You're getting the spicy beef?
Working lemongrass.
Yummy. Okay, so we came to a pho restaurant, which is a really great thing, like especially if you're trying to eat a little bit lighter, because pho is pretty light for a pretty high volume, good amount of protein. And whenever we eat out, I always try and estimate, like, obviously it's gonna be an estimation if it's a local place. I was trying to estimate like a little bit on the higher end of calories and like a little bit on the lower end of what I think the protein is. Normally if it's a restaurant meal, it's like at least base 1,000, but everything I see online about like different information, thank you! Everything I see online about different information for pho is like around 500 calories, but this is a big portion, so I just said 700 calories and then 30 grams of protein. It's probably more because it's chicken pho, and it's like long simmered beef broth, but we're just estimating here. But yeah, we're gonna enjoy pho. Yay!
So good.
Ooh, yours looks spicy. Good. The damage. But yeah, we're done. Time for favorite movie. All right, and back at it with a voiceover again, because if any of you were here for last week's video, I thought my footage got corrupted and actually just learned that, in fact, I accidentally filmed in slow-mo, and that is why all of my clips had 0 audio and were on half speed, and I did it again this week. But we will probably be avoiding that for future videos now that I know what the problem is. So anyway, we stopped at Target and we wanted to get some candy for the movie because, you know, a little movie and a snack is just totally a vibe. We also are, like I said, this whole video, both trying to eat a little bit healthier, eat a little bit of a leaner diet. So we stopped and looked at Smart Sweets and Joyride candies. If you guys haven't heard of these, they're like lower sugar, a little bit healthier options for candy. The cherry berry, I think they're called the cherry berry ropes. Yeah, the cherry berry ropes definitely caught my eye because they're like those sweet tarts ropes, which I actually really love. So I ended up getting those. And then Jordan got the little sour watermelon ones because he is a huge fan of the Sour Patch version of those. And yeah, he ended up giving me one of his to try in the car and it was super delicious. And then I broke into mine once we got to the movie. But yeah, this is a little overview of the nutrition for the day. I had 2,164 calories. I had 137 grams of protein. So I was hitting right around my goals for this day, even though we did have date night. We went out to eat. We got some candy. Like, I just wanted to show that these are all things that you can still do and you can still have all these moments even while you're still reaching your goals. You don't have to be ultra restrictive. And yeah, I just hope that this video was a great example of that for you guys. If it was, give me a like, subscribe if you like my channel. I do nutrition and exercise content like this all the time. And yeah, I will be seeing you guys next week, hopefully without a voiceover. Let's not mess up any more content, but yeah, see you next time.